Hey there, I'm Dr. Robert Floyd, board-certified MD specializing in functional medicine. I'm here today with Zanya to talk about some amazing facts. What if I told you that this seed could calm your racing thoughts better than any sleeping pill at night? Yes, this tiny seed. 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds has over 150 milligrams of magnesium, a mineral your body needs to relax your muscles and calm your nervous system. But nearly 50% of all adults don't get enough of this from their diet alone. And as a result, they struggle to sleep at night. They toss and turn for hours. Every time they close their eyes, their mind starts racing. Their legs feel restless. They check their phones and it's already 2 a.m. and now they feel guilty for not sleeping on time because they have to get up and go to work in a few hours, and it's not good. But you already know this. You've read about it. So you go to your local drugstore, you buy magnesium supplements and take them every night, hoping it will finally help you sleep. But weeks go by, even months, and you're still waking up at 3 a.m. with racing thoughts. You're still exhausted the next day, and you start thinking, maybe it's the magnesium, maybe it just doesn't work for you. Maybe you try a different brand or give up entirely. But what if I told you that your sleep problem isn't low magnesium? In 2010, a group of scientists at MIT discovered something that changed everything we know about magnesium and sleep. It all started in 2004 when Dr. Ju-Song Liu, a neuroscientist at MIT's Pecora Institute for Learning and Memory, made an accidental discovery about how brain cells communicate. Scientists already knew magnesium was involved in over 300 reactions in your body, from building bones to regulating your heartbeat, but they even knew it played some role in brain function. But Dr. Liu discovered something no one had understood before. Magnesium can control whether your brain cells can talk to each other properly or not. Let me explain. Imagine your brain is like a big classroom full of kids, or in this case, brain cells trying to talk to each other. Now, when the classroom is too noisy with kids shouting and yelling, nobody can hear the important stuff. That's what happens in your brain when you're trying to sleep. But your thoughts don't stop racing. Dr. Liu's discovery that magnesium is like a really good teacher who tells the noisy kids to use their inside voices. So when there's enough magnesium, your brain cells can communicate with each other properly without all the extra noise and shouting. Everything gets calmer and quieter. And here's where it gets even more interesting. When you turn down that background noise in your brain cells can actually learn better and remember things better. It's like when a classroom gets quiet. Suddenly everyone can pay attention and understand the lesson. And at night, when your brain needs to get quiet so you can sleep, magnesium helps all those noisy thoughts finally calm down. But this was just a finding in a petri dish of cultured brain cells. To prove it could actually help people sleep better and think clearly, Liu needed to raise magnesium levels in a living brain. And no one had figured out how to do that because traditional magnesium supplements couldn't effectively do it. This is because of a protective mechanism called the blood-brain barrier. It's kind of like a security system that's very picky about what it lets through. Most magnesium supplements can technically pass through this barrier, but they do it so slowly and inefficiently that your brain magnesium levels barely change at all. It's like having a slow trickle of water when you need a steady stream. That's why Dr. Liu spent the next 6 years trying to develop a magnesium compound that could actually cross the blood-brain barrier efficiently and provide your brain with magnesium in meaningful amounts. But Liu couldn't do this alone. The challenge was too big for one lab, so he teamed up with Dr. Susumu Tonegawa, one of the most accomplished scientists in the world. Tonegawa had won the Nobel Prize in 1987 for solving one of biology's greatest mysteries, how our immune system creates millions of different antibodies from just a handful of genes. But after 15 years at the top of immunology, Tonegawa did something almost unheard of. He abandoned his award-winning field entirely and switched to neuroscience. Why? Because he wanted to tackle an even bigger problem: why memory fades as we age and how to stop it. So when Liu made his discovery about magnesium reducing synaptic noise, Tonegawa saw an opportunity because reducing the background noise in your brain wasn't only beneficial for sleep, but also for improving memory and cognitive issues. So this magnificent duo spent years comparing different magnesium compounds, chloride, citrate, glycinate, and gluconate, testing which ones could actually raise the magnesium levels in the brain. Liu even developed magnesium gluconate in milk, thinking that the milk milk might help transport it across the barrier. But none of them worked well enough until 2010 when they engineered a completely new compound, magnesium L-threonate. But they needed proof that it actually worked. So they tested it on rats, both young and old, and the results were stunning. Brain magnesium levels increased by 15% in the CSF. Aged rats started performing memory tasks like young rats. Their brains weren't just getting more magnesium, they were building new synapses and making existing ones work even better. So on January 28, 2010, they published their groundbreaking discovery in the journal Neuron. But before the study was published, Dr. Liu had already patented the compound in 2009 in his own name. He co-founded a company called Magsutics with the goal of commercializing magnesium L-threonate. But then he left MIT entirely and moved to China, where he became director of the Center for Learning and Memory at Tsinghua University, often called the MIT of China. Later in 2014, magnesium L-threonate reached the market, patented by Magteam, and it was exactly what they had promised. The only form of magnesium proven to significantly raise brain magnesium levels. But because the compound is protected by patents and requires a complex, expensive production process, it costs 5 to 10 times more than regular magnesium supplements. That's why most supplement companies have no incentive to sell it at all. They make far more profit selling you cheap magnesium oxide or citrate for $5 a bottle, even though those forms will never reach your brain, where sleep regulation actually happens. We created our supplement using magnesium L-threonate as the foundation because we understand the never-ending cycle of taking sedatives to fall asleep. The potential side effects of these sedatives are almost endless, and these drugs would backfire during the day, so it's either deal with the side effects of the pills or not get any sleep. That's why we started digging deeper and deeper, finding the ultimate magnesium complex. We found that L-threonate does a great job of getting magnesium into the brain. But once we spoke with experts, we learned that formulas with just 1 or 2 types of magnesium are still missing key pieces. Some forms of magnesium are absorbed more efficiently and are harder to come across than others. This is why millions of people supplementing magnesium daily are still deficient in it, and they don't feel any change from the supplement. It's all because their solution addressed only one type of deficiency. That's why we identified the 7 most important forms of magnesium that work together to target every part of the body to put you in an ideal condition for falling asleep. Form 1 is magnesium L-threonate for your racing mind. This is a patented form that I just talked about. It calms overactive neural pathways and shuts off the 2 a.m. mental chatter, replaying the most embarrassing thing you did a few years ago or what you need to do tomorrow. The next one is magnesium glycinate. This form is bound to glycine, which is an amino acid with natural calming properties. It is highly absorbable and works to quiet your fight or flight response by increasing GABA, the neurotransmitter that tells your brain it's safe to rest. But calming your nervous system doesn't help if your heart is racing or your muscles keep twitching. Remember that time when you woke up to a sudden muscle jerk at night, thinking that you were falling off the stairs? Magnesium taurate is used to fix just that. It helps transport magnesium directly into your cells so that your heart rhythm is regulated. It reduces nighttime palpitations and prevents the sudden muscle jerks or leg cramps that jolt you awake. This keeps your cardiovascular system calm and your muscles relaxed throughout the night. Next is magnesium malate. It is effective at reducing occasional headaches and that feeling of being tired but tense. What's truly keeping you up at night is gut discomfort or anxiety, possibly? Then magnesium orotate and magnesium citrate might be what you're looking for. Recent studies show magnesium orotate plays an important role in the microbiome gut-brain axis, which means it helps regulate both digestive issues and mood problems. On the other hand, magnesium citrate gently supports healthy digestion by increasing water in the colon, which can relieve the bloating or discomfort that can disrupt your sleep. Which brings me to the last form of magnesium that is most commonly used by athletes to alleviate pain from muscle-related injuries. It's called magnesium aspartate, and it is nearly as bioavailable as the magnesium found naturally in food. It's commonly used to prevent muscle cramps and speed up recovery, which is crucial if physical tension is keeping you awake at night. When you combine all 7 forms of L-threonate for your mind, glycinate for your nervous system, taurate for your heart, malate for your mood or your gut-brain connection, citrate for your digestion, and aspartate for your muscles, you're addressing every single barrier that's keeping you awake. But we didn't just stop there. After talking to a lot of exceptional scientists at various medical conferences, we added 2 more nutrients that work synergistically with magnesium to enhance its effects even further. L-theanine, an amino acid that amplifies GABA's calming effects and helps your brain shift into rest mode faster. And methylated B6, the active form your body can actually use, unlike regular B6 that many people can't convert properly to support the production of serotonin and melatonin, your body's natural sleep hormones. Together, these 9 ingredients create what we call Restore Sleep, the most complete magnesium-based sleep system designed around the same MIT research that proved how brain cells communicate with each other properly using magnesium. So if you're tired of waking up at 3 a.m. with racing thoughts, lying in bed exhausted but unable to shut off your brain, or trying supplement after supplement after supplement, all of which never works, check the link in our description to try Restore Sleep yourself today.